Hi, guys. Welcome to episode 80 of LTFM. Today we have Bridget back with us again. Hello.
Hello, what's up, girl?
Hello. I'm feeling okay, other than the fact that I'm on my period, and
Yes, that always sucks.
it feels like somebody's like ripping out my intestines right now. So that's pretty cool. That's
Yeah,
nice.
that's fair.
How are you?
Well, I'm not on my period, so I'm doing great. I think last week,
Wow,
my
that's
my stomach
that's
got stabbed
sad.
with my period, but we're good now.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
living.
great. That's always the best thing. At least it's over, right?
Yes.
I was just like, I'm probably gonna get it. Yesterday, my watch was like, you got one more day until you get it. And then I was getting cramps so bad. I literally was standing there and I was like, I felt like I was in labor. Like I
Having the
couldn't even move.
contractions.
And I was like, I think I'm getting it. I think it's coming. And it was just like the worst pain ever. And then I got home and I was like, I'm gonna take a nap. I didn't even check. And I was just like, oh, when I got up, I was like, oh, here it is. It's coming.
Yep, it's
So
here.
that was fun. Yeah. I was just like, I'll put a tampon in and I'll deal with that later. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, whatever. But I was
At
like, with
least the tamp's
the
in.
amount of pain, I was like, right? I was like, I'm gonna go to bed. Slept for fucking 4 hours. Love a weekend nap. Like, or love a
Oh
nap
yeah,
when you don't have to work and you're just like, I'll set an alarm just to try to be a good person, but you know you're
but
shutting
I'm
that
not good.
off and you're just waking up whenever you do.
Oh yeah.
Right? It's
That's
like
even if I
I'll get
wake
to
up
it
to
whenever
the
I get to.
alarm. Sometimes I don't be waking
Sometimes
up
I
to that
hit that
alarm.
snooze so goddamn fast. It's just like, wow, my body wanted me to sleep. That was the Lord taking the
Yeah.
wheel. And he was like,
Yeah.
sleep, baby.
I don't even remember
And I
hitting it
said,
that it took it.
isn't it crazy? Because, like, for your alarm, don't you have to, like, press a button or swipe up or do something for it?
You at least
And
to
I'm
turn it
like,
off fully, my alarm I have to swipe it, but if I want to snooze it, I'll just
yeah,
hit the volume button.
yeah, right? But then I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, I did that fast.
I did
I
that
did
in
that
my
fast and
sleep.
I just went back to bed. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
My
right.
thing is like
So,
when I'm sleeping and I hit my pen, I'm like, how the fuck do I do that? I know exactly
what?
where it is. Yeah.
Sometimes I would do that on like the days that I would call off from work, and I'd just be like, "Fuck it, I couldn't sleep last night." I'd wake up, call off, and then I'd just sit there and I'd be like, "I'm just gonna hit the pen real quick," and then I fall back asleep, and I was like, "Life was good, right?"
Yeah.
It's so good because sometimes I hit the pen before work, and I'm just like, "Fuck!" I notice I start talking a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like walking around, I'm just standing there, I'm just like, oh, hey, good morning. And I'm just like,
Like
fuck, I gotta say something. And I'm like, do they know
I
I'm
gotta
here?
do my
Because I'm like,
job.
I do it sometimes, right? And I'm just like, I'm gonna go clean something. I'm gonna go find
Yeah.
something to do. Um,
Yeah, I noticed
all right,
on
so
front counter like I'm spacey and shit and like I don't it takes me a while to process shit. So
right,
I'm like, hey, like you've been standing here for 5 seconds, but hey,
right, and but then like you have to think like for someone that's just like looking at me, and I'm just at my job doing the thing that I'm doing. Is does it look weird, or because am I doing that
yeah,
when I'm not high too? Right? Is it too obvious? Because I know I'm not just like, "Oh my god, I'm high." I'm just kinda just like, it just takes a second, like you said, to process. But
yeah.
I'm like, "Am I standing here with my mouth open?
Am I just like standing here like wide-eyed into space? Like
Are my
I
eyes
don't
drifting off in different directions?" Okay, I need
exactly.
to
That's
know.
the
Like, I
biggest thing because sometimes it feels like they are.
yeah, and it's like, I gotta really focus. I gotta do something. I gotta talk. I gotta count. I gotta do something, right? I gotta organize. Because
Yeah,
if not,
I feel that.
it's a I'm scared. But I'm
If
like,
not, the high is gonna
I'm not
take
doing
over.
anything. Yeah. Right? And then I start getting paranoid about how many hits I took.
Yes.
Knowing damn well I'd be out in public, just completely gone
Acting
and
a fool.
functioning totally fine. Right? But I'm like, at work, I'm like, oh man, what is happening? All right. So I went to go see 200 Stab Wounds and Whitechapel
Oh,
the other night, Friday at the House of Blues out here, right?
Okay,
And
yeah.
not me like that day. I was like, got out of work early, went home, got ready, went over to Aaron's house, and then I was like, I'm gonna try to take a nap because I was up since like 4 or 5. I couldn't
Yeah.
sleep. And then we're almost late for the train because like I'm trying to get ready. I just got up and there was like a miscommunication. He's in the bathroom pooping. It's just a wreck, right? So I'm just like kind of like I'm bitchy, right? And I'm
Yeah.
about to get my period. So I'm anxious. So like I have all of these like emotions and stuff because my period's coming. I'm fucking about to almost be late. I gotta straighten my hair because it was a little puff. It was kind of rainy that day. So it was like a little bit humid. And then it was gonna be
Yep.
like 70 degrees later when we were out. So I was like, what the
70 and
fuck?
humid,
And
you're
then I was
dead.
like,
You're done.
yeah, and then I didn't even get to feed the boys before I left, like their lettuce. I mean, they have hay and pellets, but I was just like, I feel like a
They
bad
didn't
mom.
get
So I was like
dessert.
freaking out. They didn't. They didn't even get it when I got home because I was fucked up.
Not their
But
little
like, we'll get
snackies.
to that. Yeah. So then I was just like, fuck. It was like a big thing. Got on the train and whatever. I started drinking on the train. And then we got to
As
the
one
place.
does.
And as one does, because I'm an adult. And the first band came on and they sucked. They tried to do a wall of death as well. You're the
The
first
first
band.
band, never.
Please calm
Yeah,
down.
and you're
That's
opening
why you're
for what? You
first.
said
Like,
Whitechapel and 200 stab wounds. No one's doing a war with that. Not till
can you
probably
please stop
Whitechapel.
doing that? You're embarrassing. Yeah. It was, and he didn't even have long hair. He just had like kind of like
Oh,
short sides and a little bit long at the top. So when he was like trying to
uh,
headbang, it was just kind of like,
you
it
just
wasn't
have that
really
little
doing
flop.
anything.
I don't like
Yeah, it
watching
was like one
people
of those
with
like,
like no hair headbanging. I hate it.
yeah, yeah.
Part of
I
the
mean, like
headbang
when
is
they're
like I
fully
want to
bald or
see that
something,
hair
I'm like,
flop.
yeah, it has to.
I
Like if they're
love the
bald and it's like,
fully.
oh, you're that age, it's fine. Like I get it, you're still trying to
What?
do it, but like if you got
Yeah,
really long hair, wow, you just look like a god up there. And with a
yeah.
little fan blowing on your face,
hmm
wow,
I think
praise the
at
Lord.
festivals seeing the bald people because like they're quite literally having one guitar and they're just going crazy. I'm like, that's just your bald head moving. Like there's nothing there.
Yeah,
And then the
it's
whole
bald.
rest of the band has hair and they're headbanging, they're flowing. You need to get a wig. Get a wig.
It's a little rough.
It's rough
But
out
you
there.
have a bald head, so it'd be perfect. The glue's gonna sit real good on there. It's gonna have a nice suction.
Exactly.
Why don't they just make wigs without like a lace front? They just do a suction, almost like a internal plunger kind of thing. So that you could just put it
Yeah.
on your head, match up where your part is, and be like, and it'd be like,
And then just be like, whoop, pop it off.
right? Because like something sucked onto like a bald head is not coming off.
No, not at
Do you
all.
want to quit our jobs and create plunger wigs?
We can go on
I
Shark
feel
Tank
like
for
we
this.
could really. I I'm ready to quit right now.
Fuck yeah, me
I'll do
too.
it. I get a loan for $1 million. I'm like, we're really getting somewhere, and we'll sell
We're
them to
here.
bands.
The bald one specifically.
Okay. Yes. So anyway, tell me why I get to the concert and we're there and it's fucking packed. Like there's so many people. There's no almost like no room to stand. Like you can't get to the
Damn.
bar without like there's people there like everywhere. It's fucking crazy. And then we like tried to go down towards the pit more to go see 200 stab wounds, and there was like this like little walkway to get there. And the security guy started like yelling because he's like, you guys can't stand there, and he's like, move, and he's flashing his flashlight, being crazy and stuff. And I was like, bro, I have too much anxiety. I was like, we have to go. And then, but it was like, where else do we go stand? Because there's like
Yeah,
no room. And then
no
if you're all the
spot.
way in the back, you can't see. Yeah. So then I was like, fuck. We ended up getting in on the other side of the pit. And then I had a fucking anxiety attack. Right. And I'm
Damn.
standing there and I'm like, I can't breathe. I'm crying and I'm freaking out. And I'm like, I just want to go. I just can't. It was just like it was too much. There's too many fucking people there, and I was like, "Fuck!" I haven't had this like in public in a minute. And I was just like,
Yeah.
"Cause my period's coming." I was just overwhelmed. And then
Oh
he's like, "No,
yeah.
we're not leaving. Like, like I'm not gonna let you leave before we see 200 stab wounds because like I know you want to see them." So I was like,
Yeah, and
"Fine."
you're
We
gonna
ended
be
up seeing
upset
them.
about not seeing them, you know?
Yeah, yeah. But I was freaking out. And then I was just like, okay, we ended up watching them. It was good. But then I started having questions because, yeah, they were good. I loved it. It was awesome. They played some good songs. But I was like, do you notice that sometimes when you go to see concerts that a band will play songs and it's like that's faster than it usually is.
Yeah. Yeah, I've noticed
And
that. Or like the songs like yeah, usually like I've noticed sometimes the band either plays it too fast or too slow. And then I listen to it and I'm thinking like, am I remembering this correct?
then it's like, whoa, this is good, but it's different. And I wasn't ready for that, right?
Yeah.
And then I wonder, like, when they're playing, are they just told like, hey, it got cut a little bit short, so now you have like 4 less minutes or something. So are they trying to play faster on purpose? Do they let everybody know?
Good.
Or how does it start that everyone's just like going so fast with the
On
song?
the thing. Yeah. I guess it would I guess it would be like when they practice, for the tour. They're like, cause I know when I've watched interviews with Black Veil Bride, how they explain it is like it's different performing it live than it will be in studio. Cause even like the guitar tuning, sometimes you can't get that playing it live.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so what I think honestly it could be is like they just wanted to change it up for the live. And then in their in-ear things that are in their ears and shit, like that's the feedback of like, all right, this is the pace that we need to keep.
Yeah.
I feel like that's probably what's
it's
happening.
just it's just wild because like I was like, damn, they played really fast. And in a way it kind of changes the song a little bit. But I was
Yeah,
just like, I don't know. I was like, I'm over analyzing everything because I'm just like, I'm having a fucking breakdown right now. So, but I was just like, okay. I mean, it was good. I enjoyed it, but then I was just like, I gotta go piss. So I went to the bathroom. Of course, somebody tried to open the door on me, even though it was completely closed. And I was like, what? She was like, what? Oh,
a
it's
closed door.
closed. And I was like, I'm in the bathroom. I'm like, I'm going piss. And I'm just like, a, yeah, a closed door. That means somebody's in it. Also, all of the
Yeah,
doors are closed when someone's in it because if not, it swings open. What do you mean a door closed? Like, she was so confused
yeah.
about it. And it was like, have you never been out in public?
Have you never been to a fucking bathroom? God damn.
Honestly. So I was just like, maybe this bitch is just drunk or something. Whatever.
Probably.
But then another question from a concert. Like, have you ever went to a show and then seen people that you were friends with like on Instagram, but they
Um,
don't say anything to you? Like you see them.
like, am I friends with them in real life as well, or is this strictly internet followers?
No, just internet.
Um, I feel like when I'm at the metal festivals, yeah, there's a few times where I've seen like what I thought is like, oh my gosh, is that an influencer crowd surfing? Fuck you. But oh my gosh,
Mhm.
I think I know them. Um,
Yeah.
because like when I after the shows, like I'll go on before I go to sleep, I'll go on like TikTok or Instagram, see like who was there. And like if
Mhm.
I see an outfit, I'm like, I think I remember that outfit. Or if they're posting like, "Oh, this is my outfit, come find me," I was like, "Oh, I did find you, but I ain't saying hi."
Right? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, cuz like I think it has to be different for you also because like you live in Ohio and like
yeah,
I live in Illinois and I'm like really close to Chicago. So like when I go out to shows out there, I see people that like I know from Instagram and I'm like,
yeah,
yeah, I mean like people will follow me and then I'll follow them back. As long as you don't say anything like weird to me, I'll like just
yeah.
follow you, right? Just like a mutual
Oh
like
yeah,
give each other a follow kind of thing. And I noticed when I was there, not me when I was having my fucking mental breakdown in the pit. I'm standing there and I calm down a little bit and I like look to the side and I just like start seeing people and the person that's standing right next to me is somebody that I follow on Instagram. Like we follow each other. And
yeah,
like I was just like like it felt like I needed to say something, but then I was like, I kind of don't want to, but
Yeah.
like, but I was like, I don't know. It was weird because like I like their shit sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Because like they play
Yeah.
guitar. Then I'm like, damn, they be on there shredding, right? But I was just like, I don't want to say anything. Like
Yeah,
I
because
was
like
just
that's
like,
weird.
could you
We're
just
at
see
the
me
show.
crying? I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I was just like, it was just a thing. And then I was just standing there for a while, and then eventually they just started like hauling ass through the crowd and just went in the pit and were just like fucking moshing in there. And I was just
Hell
like,
yeah.
that's crazy, right? But I was like, cool. It was just like interesting to see because I'm like, I don't want, do I say hi to you? I've had like
Yeah.
a couple people before, like I've had one like message me like, "Oh, were you at the show? I think I seen you," right? And I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay." But like I've also had one person come up to me and be like, "Hey, we're friends on Instagram." Like,
Oh,
"Oh,
that's
I know you have a
awesome.
podcast." Yeah, and I was just like, "Oh my god." And she's like, "I just wanted
A
to come say
listener.
hi. I didn't know if it was really you." And I was like, "Oh my god. Hi." Yeah, and I was like, "Fuck." I didn't I was just like it was cool, but also I was like, "Fuck, I don't know what to say to other people like cuz
Yeah.
I'm too nervous at times." Like
Yeah, you're
I
like,
have
yeah,
to
it's
be at a
me with the
certain
podcast.
right. I'm
Like,
like,
what
but
the
I have to be
fuck?
at like a certain level to want to approach somebody because I don't know what the fuck to say.
Yeah.
I hit him with this.
Thanks
Yeah.
for watching.
I just walk up. I'm like, hey. Yeah.
Like,
I was just like,
what's
I
up?
don't know. It was just right. It's an interesting thing, and I'm like,
Yeah, because when I'm at
do I
shows,
say anything?
I feel like, and I think it's also the same way when people look at me. I feel like I look at them and I'm like, well, they're in a group already with their arms crossed, just waiting, and they're talking amongst each other. Do I approach? Do I say like
Oh,
they look
never,
friendly, like you want to
never,
smoke? Like you want to smoke,
never in a
but
group
at
because
the
it's weird.
yeah,
It's
but at the same
hard.
time, like I've been in a group and like my friend Nikki, like she'll talk to someone and then that'll get that one person from that group over to us to talk. And then now the whole group's
Yeah.
talking. So it's hard because like
It's
I
just
can approach people. I know how to approach people, but at a show, do you want to be approached? Like, I don't know.
right. Right.
Yeah.
It's
And I'm like,
so hard
if
to
you're a
say
fan of a
because
band
it's
that I
like
don't like, I'm not talking to you.
when you ask people who are you here to see and then they say like the shittiest one, you're like,
They're like cool. I'm
cool. And then I'm just like,
like
I'm here to see this one. I just point to my shirt, but I'm just like,
yeah, I'm
all
like
right, I'm gonna head out.
baby
I'm gonna go
metal
get a drink.
and yeah. Or it's something
Yeah.
like
It's
Kubla Khan and they're like, "Oh, I'm here to see like fucking Papa Roach." I'm like, "Okay, Papa Roach is cool, but I'm like, I don't think he can vibe with me." Like, like I
yeah.
can vibe with the
It's just
Papa
something
Roach fan, but I
different.
don't know if a Papa Roach fan can vibe with like a Kubla Khan fan.
It's just something different, right?
Yeah.
It's hard.
Everyone's
It's hard to
different.
say.
Now, when the
But I
joints are
also
out, that's when the friends are really being made because everyone wants to smoke.
yeah. But I'm like, oh, I don't know. Sometimes soaking in like public situations with like other people that I don't know, I'm just kind of like,
Yeah.
now I've taken 3 hits. Now I'm looking at you, wondering if you're a murderer. Like, I just think weird things, and I'm just like, I kind
Yeah.
of want to be done with this conversation now. I want to just walk away. How do I just walk away? And then someone asks me something, I'm like, what? What? I didn't hear you. It's just too
Yeah.
much.
Oh yeah.
And yeah. I also seen a dude there that I think he follows like the podcast thing, and
Oh shit.
I had followed him. I had followed him back, and he posts these weird videos. He posts these weird videos where he's just like gets on and does like a I'm recording myself talking. He's like, hey, what's up, Instagram? I'm just hanging out. It's a Saturday. I'm chilling on my couch. I'm drinking a beer. If you don't like that, hey, fuck you. And he says like stuff like that. I'm just but it's just him. Like he just seems like he's bored and he just wants to
Yeah.
post things
He's
because it's not
just
like he has a
doing
bunch of
shit.
like followers or something. Yeah, and it's just so funny, but I'm like, literally same. But I was like, I can't. I'm not gonna go say anything, but I was like, that's for sure that person. It's funny to
Yeah.
see. And I'm just like, I know a bunch of stuff about you, but I'm like, I'm definitely not gonna approach you.
Oh yeah. I mean, at the same time, he knows a bunch of stuff about you. Shit.
Right? I'm like,
If
does he
he's
listen?
listening to
Are
the
they just
pod,
following it? Because but there's people that just follow the page, and I'm like, there's no way everyone's listening.
or
I
like
feel like
they at
people just
least
kind
got to
of
listen
follow,
to
and
a
maybe they'll
few
get around
episodes.
to it. Right? A
Yeah.
few, or just kind of click around on a little thing, like a little short. And I'm like, like, what stupid things do you know about me right now?
Yeah, like which short did you hear?
What did you watch that video? Like, I'm just, yeah. And then I'm just like, oh my God, don't come up to me. I'm gonna kill
Oh yeah.
myself. I can't.
Because like I've had my best friend follow the podcast. I'm like, you should listen to it. She's like, okay. Has not gotten around to it yet, but like she'll see the posts and everything and see when I post it on my story, and she's like, oh fuck. So
Yeah.
I think
Right? And then
it
it's like, oh
definitely
my
is hard to
God.
get around to listen to, but the follow's there. Shit,
Yeah.
that's all
I
that
feel like
matters.
it's like that for, yeah, right? I'm just like, it's difficult to say. Like, have you listened to any of it? Just because it's like, people are listening to music, people are listening to their own podcasts and stuff. And I'm like, and I'm just out here, I just want to talk.
Yeah, you're just
But then
saying
I'm like, oh my
random
God, you
shit.
guys heard that embarrassing shit I was talking about? Oh my God. Don't look at me.
You heard that
Yeah.
embarrassing story? Shit. You heard
I
me talking
have to
about
go, but
coochies?
I'm like, well, thanks for listening.
Give it a review. What do you think?
um, right? All right. But yeah, that and then we ended up leaving that concert early. We didn't even watch Whitechapel because we were just like, he's like, I don't really care about them. And I was like, their new album was kind of okay. But I was like, man, I'm not the biggest fan. I've seen them. But I was like, it was chill. So we left early. We went to the train station after walking around for a little minute in Chicago. And then I drank. I drank and then we got on the train.
Yeah, might
And
as
we ate
well.
pizza. Yeah. Yeah, but I was like, it was cool. Um, and I was just hanging out. But it's a question. This is next topic. Do people still stick their gum underneath tables and desks?
Oh my gosh. I would think so.
Because do you
I
remember like a while ago that was like a big thing? Like you don't put your
yeah,
hands under desk or tables
never under the fucking
because
desk
there's
because it
gonna
was
be a
just
shit ton of
cake.
gum.
Yeah. Maybe maybe in school I'll have to check when I go to Cane's and I'm on front counter. I'll have to look underneath the tables, see what people are doing.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
They're just like, Bridget, what are you doing? And you're just like, I'm just checking. Just gotta check it on the tables.
Just
Gum.
checking to see if this is clean.
Yeah,
Like, you know me. I'm over here flipping the tables around.
right. I just they're like, wow, that's promotion. She's really getting in there.
She knows what she's doing.
Um,
Shit.
yeah. I just don't know. Like, cause I feel like I haven't really stuck my hand. I don't stick my hands under tables. Why was I sticking my hands under tables so much that like that was a thing?
Yeah, I feel like when you're
I
a
touched a
kid, it's
piece of
because you
gum
don't
a
know what to
lot.
do with your hands and the table. So I guess it's just like, let's touch the table.
Oh, right. Let me rub my hands underneath the
Yeah.
table.
Because, like, school didn't let us fidget with anything. God forbid we had a pen to click in our hands or something.
Yeah, I was like, let me not move as much as possible so they don't ask me what I'm doing ever.
Exactly. Like,
I just don't I just don't get like when people in school do it. Cuz don't you got paper? Just
yeah,
take the
everyone.
gum out and put it in a
Tissues?
piece of paper.
Tissues, something.
Swallow it.
Or the nasty people would put it behind their ear for some fucking reason. Like, ugh. Just put it under the
Oh
table
my
at that
god,
point.
why was
You're
that a
nasty.
thing? Why was that ever a thing? Who the
Yeah, and
fuck
like they
did
just
that?
like, oh, I'm like, bitch, you just had a dried piece of gum back there, and we just came from
Right?
recess. The fuck?
Temporary storage. Why the fuck was that a thing? Why did we? I'm looking at. Yeah, it makes no sense. It's literally just like I don't know why I thought Google was gonna have a different answer, but it was just like people would just do it like to get it out of their mouth. They weren't allowed to chew gum or this or that. But like, if anything, I'm taking the gum out and gonna throw it somewhere, put it in a piece of paper, right? I'm gonna rip
Yeah,
something off. I'm gonna take like a
or the
pamphlet or something from
original
somewhere.
wrapping paper. Keep that.
That's in your pocket because you know you definitely didn't throw that away. I'm sticking
Exactly.
it back in the pack of gum if I need to.
Honestly,
Like, I gotta start checking now.
the tables or the
But
back
I
of the
feel
ear.
like it's, yeah, tape. I have to check the back of my ear for
You
my gum. I
check
feel like I
Aaron's
haven't
ear.
seen anyone. You got gum back here?
You got gum.
I feel like I have never seen anyone put it behind their ear, but I know it was a thing. Like
I've
recently,
seen like one
no.
person
But
do
back in
it,
the
and
day,
I was so
yeah.
disgusted.
Was it a bald person?
No, they had hair. They had hair
That's
and
even
glasses, which
crazier
didn't make
because
sense
I'm
at
not
all.
putting gum.
Yeah, I'm
Did
not
you ever
putting
fall
gum
asleep
back.
with gum in your mouth and wake up with it in your hair?
No, no, not at all.
Yeah.
Now, did you?
No, you never did that? I did it one time when I was little. Yeah, but like it had fallen out, but like it must have recently fallen out and it was just kind of sitting there and I grabbed it and it was just like just a few little hairs were stuck, but like it was
Oh,
never like in
like
movies and
where
stuff
you
where
have
it's
to
just like
cut it
their
out.
whole hair is there. Yeah, I would have ripped it out anyway. But like, I don't know.
No,
That's just
I've
a thing, I
fallen
guess.
asleep like with it in my mouth, and then like in the corner to where like it just because it's a bunch of sugar, like it felt weird.
It's yeah, it just like ate your enamel away all night.
Basically all fucking night.
Right? And you're just like, cool. I'll brush my teeth tomorrow.
Yeah, we're dealing with it.
Yeah. Um question. Is there anything that you like collect?
That I
Like other
collect.
than like, like a band shirt, stuffed animals, no. But like is there
Um,
any like thing that you just collect?
so I used to collect a lot of CDs. Like I have over like 30, 40 CDs of like various bands that I like or artists. Like I'll get all their CDs. Um,
Mhm.
I used to collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards when I was a kid.
Yeah.
What else? WWE trading cards, that's when I was a kid too. More
Oh
recently,
my
what
god,
I
I
like
forgot
to
that they
buy
had cards.
is
Mhm.
just like prints from photographers of my bands that I like. So far, it's only been
Mhm.
like Motionless in White that I have a bunch of pictures of like professional photography pictures
Of them like
uh,
on stage?
on stage for their album covers. They've had little photo shoots and then they've released like pictures of themselves individually. So I have one of each band member. I have them on stage at Warped
Wow.
Tour, which that one is my favorite one, the one on stage at Warped Tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have a bunch of those.
From like what year was that?
The Warped Tour was the last one, which I believe that was 2018, right? I think.
Was Did we go to that?
We did, yeah, that was the last one. We went to the last.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Good time.
I guess I've been collecting that since like 2018. I have a lot. I have a lot of prints of them.
Okay. Ooh, I want to see those. If I
Yeah,
go out there or take some pictures of them. Yeah.
hell
I
yeah.
want to see those. I guess like things I like to collect are just like little things, like really mini things. So like I have like I have like a little egg. I have like little gummy bears that are like little beads, like super mini things. I think
Yeah.
it's cute to just like have like a pocket full of like random little things. Or like
Yes.
I'll collect like a little like a small rock that's like really perfect or something. But I have like a huge drawer. It's like two drawers that are full of like just mini items. I have like
Yeah.
a bunch of like little Shopkins that are like I have like a little kid cuisine that's like probably like this big.
That's adorable.
It
I
has
love it.
chicken nuggets in it and they shake around. It's
Ooh,
cute. It
little
has like a little
nuggies.
plastic like little yeah, had a plastic little thing on the top of it. It's cute as fuck.
Yeah.
Um yeah, I just don't know cuz like I feel like people just collect different things or like I have like a bunch of random leaves when I collect. I'll put them in like a
Yeah.
photo album and they all turn black eventually cuz they're not
Of
preserved or anything, but I'm
yeah, they're
like
leaves
that was a
though.
nice leaf.
At the
Yeah, I was
time,
like that's a good leaf.
banger.
That was a good day. Right? I was like that was red at one point, now it's black.
Yeah, I do like
Yeah.
when I go up to Stasia or someone at work and I just pull something out of my pocket, I'm like, "Fuck, you think about this?" And
What do you
they
think
don't know
about
what to
this?
they don't know what to think because it's the most randomest of things ever. I pulled out a WWE trading card one time. I'm like, "Look at this. What do you think, bitch?
Did
Bet
you
you didn't
just have
expect this."
that? You put that in your pocket for the morning?
I just put it in my pocket. I just be putting shit in my pocket.
Okay, that's
There was a
fun.
few times where
I
I've
do
had
like.
like you know those sticky hands that you could use? I put a few in my pocket at one time and I gave them to
Oh
like
my
three different
god, those are
people
fun.
and we were just fucking around the whole day.
And you just gotta like like flip it at somebody like randomly throughout the
Yeah,
day,
yeah,
and just like
right there.
sticks on their arm. Right, a
Mm-hmm.
quick little one, little
It'd
snap.
be like, I just wanted to hold you real quick.
Yeah,
It's just a sticky hand.
right. It's fun having like little random toys like that when you're an adult because I can like appreciate it more. It's a lot
Yeah,
more fun. Like I could use it in different ways now.
yeah.
It's just fun to have like random stuff to play with. um do you did I ask you about lifeguards last time we were talking?
Guards. I don't think you did.
Okay. I feel like being a lifeguard would be a hard thing because like let's just say you have to work every day, right? You have a certain amount of hours. So it's probably gonna be like what a 7 or 8 hour shift kind of thing
Yeah,
to switch with
lifeguard
somebody
shift.
else. Yeah, and you're outside all day in the sun. I feel like it's draining. Even
It
if you're
has to be.
underneath like a little like umbrella or something like cuz you're outside just sitting in the heat.
And you're watching a bunch of people too.
Yeah.
You're guarding their life is what
Like
you're
so
doing.
you have to be alert. Like you can't just be on your phone cuz like somebody could like drown in the water in like a heartbeat.
Yes.
I
Anything could happen,
I don't know.
honestly.
I feel like I'd be so tired.
I'd be exhausted every day. I'd be paranoid and I'd be scared. Because what if someone did drown? Now you gotta race
Yeah.
out there.
Or
You're on top of a thingy, a big ass chair, so you gotta
you're
get
running
down. You gotta run in the sand
you're
barefoot.
running on dry sand. Dry hot sand where you know when it's dry, it's just kind of like smushy everywhere, right? Your
Yeah,
feet, you're
you're fighting for
struggling.
your life.
Leg strength. And then when you get in the water, cuz you know sometimes like you'll go in and then sometimes it's just a huge dip.
Yeah.
Like you have to make sure that you don't eat shit. But then you also have to go out there, then you have to swim. Like you
And
really
you gotta
have to
make
be
sure
able
this person
to
isn't already in the water floating down. Like, that's a lot.
yes.
That's a lot. That's scary.
And you're like 17 years old. Like
Yeah, because they have the
it's
youngest people doing it for some reason.
you're a teenager. You're a teenager.
I just, my thing is like, what if it's
It's
like a beach in Florida
wild.
and it's crowded as fuck, right? When I get down from my life post to the water, who's to say I'm not gonna forget where the fuck you are? You know, like there's so
Yeah,
many
because then you
people.
gotta like
How
swerve in between people.
lots
I
going
don't
on.
know.
Someone's dying
I
on
just
my
don't
ship.
think
Someone's
definitely.
gonna
Also,
die.
I can't swim, so if you're not within the first 3 feet, babe, I
You're
really
gone.
tried, but there's no way. Yeah. It's just a lot. And like constant like sunburn. You have to be careful. You have to make sure that you have sunscreen on every part of like exposed skin.
Yeah, because you can get cancer from that if you don't have sunscreen. You're out
Yeah.
there almost 7 days a week, probably
All summer.
all
And then
summer,
if you live in like a hot
slaving away.
area or something, it's like almost all year. You're just
Oh
there.
yeah, all year.
You're aging so fast.
Oh, I guess that's why it's just kind of a summer job for people. They can only do it for the summer. They
Yeah.
age too much.
They age 20 years by the end of the summer.
Could you imagine? They
I
started as
feel like
17,
no.
left as like
I'm
27.
30 now. Right? Yeah, it would
That'd be
just be a
crazy.
lot. I don't think I could do it. I would just be pissed off. I'd have to be at like one of like those ones where it'd be like me and my best friend sitting there. But then also now we're playing around. We're not doing any work. People
Exactly.
are dying.
The whole time.
And then I'm feeling like I'm outside and I'm like, damn, I'd fuck around and start having drinks before work. And I'm like, now everyone's at a risk.
I'd be lighting up a
So
joint on
yeah,
top
I
of there
just
being like, this is a great view.
right. I'm just fucking vibing. It's gorgeous out here. And then like then someone's kid would just be fucking drowning. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah.
What if you
Or
jump down
like,
from your little post and twist your ankle in that dry sand?
exactly. What you doing? Now you need a lifeguard to save you.
Now everyone's blaming me. Now they're freaking out. But come on, I'm hoping somebody else saves that kid
Exactly.
because it's not gonna
Now,
be
what if
me.
we add sharks to the water? What if it's an ocean? What if you're lifeguarding an ocean? They
Do
better
you
have a
even
fucking
go in
person.
that water?
Exactly. What do you
If it's a
do?
shark, everyone just needs to get out. I'm blowing that whistle. I'm not going in.
If there's a chance of
I'm
a
not gonna
shark
fight a
being in
shark.
the water, I'm not even going in the water.
I'll get
You
fired,
know,
right?
'cause
Fire
like,
me.
who's to say that that lifeguard's gonna see the shark in the water and blow that whistle? Like the hell?
Yeah. Or like, what if you fall asleep? Because sometimes being in hot, you're like, damn, I'm just gonna pass out for a second, right?
Nice and relaxed.
You don't, because you're sitting there for so many hours. Because come on, I don't want to be walking up and down the beach. Now I gotta
Exactly.
walk. Now I'm using my energy I need to go save a life.
To swim? Mm-mm.
And our lifeguards just peeing in the water.
Yeah, when do they get pee
Are they
breaks?
leaving? Are they leaving to go walk somewhere to go to the bathroom? I just see them sitting there. I see them sitting there. I see them walking back and forth. Maybe they'll get in the water. I feel like that's when they take a pee break in the water.
That would make sense. That's when I would take a pee break. Fuck it. But if fish
You're like,
do
hey
it,
guys, just want to check and make sure everything's okay. Everyone's peeing in that water. That's I'm like,
everyone.
kind of, kind of don't want to get in there, right? Kids are definitely peeing in there. I can't.
100%. You know someone's farting in the water too.
Not, all the time. It's those old guys that are just like in there only
Just
up to like
just
their butt
standing.
crack. They're the ones that are just farting in there. They have their hands on their hips. It's
What
those
did you say?
guys.
What did you say? Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. But what were you saying?
Uh, yeah, I was like, it's those old guys that have like their butt cracks in the water. Like it's only up to their
Yeah,
butt
just
crack.
just right
It's
there,
those
and they're
guys.
just
And then
standing
they
at
have
the.
their yeah, the ones with like the hands on their hips. It's definitely them that are just like farting in the water. Because they
Yeah, for
stand
no
there for a little
reason.
while. And they're like looking off into the distance. And then they just get out and walk away.
I'm glad you said the hands on the hips because
They're-
that's exactly what I was thinking of too.
yes. And like their speedo thing is always so low.
Yeah,
And it's always so just like a bright color or something. And their skin looks like leather. And it's just them. And they're just in there just like
just
I'm
doing their thing.
I'm farting, I'm peeing, I'm doing something. Yeah. It's always them. All right. So you drive, right? You drive a
Yes,
car.
of course.
Um what type of a person are you when you're driving? Like when it starts raining or snowing, talking about like wiper situation.
Oh,
Are
I'm
you
not dramatic
turning
with
like
it.
when are you turning your wipers on? Cuz I struggle with
Ah,
this.
so me too, because like sometimes the first setting of the wiper is too damn slow. Okay, so as
Too
if all the
much,
water droplets are, if the whole windshield is covered with water droplets, I'm gonna hit it just to wipe it. Now,
right?
if I keep it on that one, all the water droplets are coming back on there and filling up, and I still gotta
Too
wait 30
fast.
seconds. And I still gotta wait like 30 seconds for that wiper to wipe it. So, like, I would like to say I'm a one setting person, like the first one, but that's too slow for me. So I think I just kind of automatically hit it till it starts pouring. And then I'll like kind of keep it to where it's like going one, two, three, four, five, going again, the second setting. That's kind
Yeah.
of perfect, but it's too
Yeah, the
fast
little
when
bit
it's just
faster.
drizzling. Yeah.
Yeah, because then sometimes it's like my window is filling up too much for the first setting, but
Yeah.
for the next setting above that, it's going too much to the point where now it's making it squeak because
Yeah.
there's
And
not
now
enough
I look
water that's on
dramatic. Now I look like I'm doing too much.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I feel like when it's happening like that, I also just like I keep clicking it. Right?
Yeah.
And I find myself clicking it a lot, but then I'm like, I'm gonna get pissed off and now I'm overthinking it when I'm waiting because I'm like, when is it gonna do it? I need it now. I need it
Yeah.
now. And then it takes forever and then it's like it's too much.
Hmm.
It's I don't know. I feel like I wish I could just like set it. Like I could turn the wipers on and be like twist something to like make it go like the perfect speed that I want.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
feel like that
Now
doesn't exist.
for my wipers, like I have that setting. I have like the one, two, three. You can kind of click it up. But if I'm on the one setting,
Mhm.
there's a different like I guess switch that I have. Like I have another like a one, two, three setting. So if I'm on that first setting and it's going too slow, I'll click it up just to speed it up by like maybe 5 to 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I
I
have a
feel like I
little
don't have that
more.
on my car. Maybe it's more control over it.
I might because mine's a 2013.
Probably. I think mine's
Yeah.
2004.
So
2004.
what
Yeah.
204.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
204. 2004. Yeah. Cuz
yeah. That's probably
I
why
don't know if you've
I can
ever
set it a bit.
yeah. Well, good for you. Good for you in your
Oh yeah.
vehicle because I don't know. Have you ever like been in cars with other people where they're driving and like the windows filling up with water? Okay? I'm having a hard time seeing out of it and I'm like, are they just talking to me too much? Are they gonna do it? And I'm like, wipers. Like I have to say something because I'm like, you can't fucking see.
Yeah, and like
How
there's no
how are
way
you
you can
seeing
see.
out the window? Right?
That's my
I'm in a
brother.
panic state
That's my
and I'm in the
fucking
passenger
brother.
seat. Oh
It
my
was one
god.
time we went to the gas station, I think. I forget where we went. It might have been somewhere else. And it was raining. And I was, I'm having trouble, like you said. I'm having trouble looking out. I'm like squinting because these cars that are passing now, the beads of rain are fucking, I don't know. Everything's going off of them reflecting. And I
Right?
look at my brother, I'm like, is it gonna hit your
Yes.
windshield? And he's like, no. And I'm like, no. I'm like, your
Right
whole
when they
window
say
is
that,
full. Like your whole, it's not
how
even
can you
just
see?
regular full. It's not even regular full to where it just filled up. You've had it full for like 5 minutes now to where it's too much.
Yeah.
What are you seeing? And you're still going 5 miles over the speed limit to 10,
Yes.
and you're not hitting
Yeah,
your
and then it's
windshield?
like I'm causing a fuss now because I don't understand how you're seeing and you still haven't hit it and we're still having this conversation.
I don't understand
I'm
how I mentioned
scared.
it and you just didn't hit it, because that means my passenger's
Right.
uncomfortable.
Yes. Same. That's how I feel like Vanessa does that. Aaron does that. I'm like, hit it. What the fuck? Like, I'm freaking out. I
Yeah.
wish that the wiper thing was on my side so I could just be like, because it's
Well, I
too
mean,
much. And then I'm
technically it's
like,
on the
damn.
right side
Sometimes,
for me, so I'd be like, just reach, lean over, like hit that, like we're good now.
yeah. Mine's on the left side. So
Oh,
it's
yours is on
like,
the.
damn, I just freak out. Yeah. Sometimes if it like they're doing it and then they won't like turn it up more after I tell them to, I'm just like, I gotta look out the side window. This is the
Yeah,
end. I'm dying
because it's
today.
hurting. It's hurting my
I'm
eyes.
scared,
How are you
right? I'm
seeing?
like, I gotta pull up my phone. I gotta do something else. Yeah. How are you seeing right now? There's no way.
Shit's crazy. Yeah,
I'm
when I
glad
was
that you
driving with
agree
my
with
brother, and he said, "Nope, I'm not hitting it this whole ride." Legit did not hit the windshield wiper the whole ride. I never said anything after that.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
It's horrible.
That's so scary.
Like,
Was it a
damn.
long ride?
It wasn't like long, but it was long enough to be like, you need to hit this fucking wiper.
Yeah. Damn. That's scary. I don't know. I don't know how people can see. And then it's like it's sometimes it's also other people that have like glasses and stuff too and I'm like, "How?
Yeah,
I'm
because doesn't
blind too
Vanessa
and how
have
are you
glasses?
seeing right now?" Yeah, Vanessa drives sometimes without her glasses.
That's insane.
And I'm like, "Bro, how are you seeing?" Like
Yeah,
I don't know what level her vision is, but I feel like it's a little bit better than mine, but I'm just like, dude, I freak out. I
but
freak out
like
when I
if
take my
you're,
contacts out and I'm like, "Oh, where's my phone?"
I feel like people with glasses just be doing shit, like it's like, oh yeah, I don't have my glasses, it's okay, I can drive. Like, because like
Yeah.
you said, I work with people that like they wear glasses and they're like, yeah, I can barely see at night. I'm like, then why are you closing? And And there was one time I'm
Yeah,
like, girl, where's your glasses? She's like, oh, I forgot. I still have to drive home. I'm like, how far do you live? Like that's not,
right.
you're just
Like, could you
driving?
imagine doing that like before you had your surgery and shit?
No, never. I would never. Because there was
Take your
even
glasses off and drive home at night.
never. I would never do that. And if I did, I'd be going 5 miles an hour.
I would never.
There's even times where
Yeah.
like before the surgery, like my eyes were so sensitive to light. So if it was too bright outside, the whole car ride, my eyes are watering and I can barely look at the road.
Hmm.
Like that one sucked. Like the
Yeah,
fuck you mean I can barely
when
look
it's
at the
cold,
road?
it does that. Yeah,
Yeah, I would never.
because like all the snow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like a thing, and I don't. I'm like, I don't know what people are out here doing. It's scary. All right, so I have another question for you. You're a dominatrix, right?
Okay.
And you have a client with you, and you're
Okay.
doing whatever this client wants, right? They die. There's like a dildo or something up their ass, or like they're in some compromised position, but it's not because of that. They just are like it's
They
their
just
time and they
die.
just die. Yes. What are you doing? Are you calling 911? Do you leave them? Do you dump the body?
Well, if I leave them, then I'm a murderer, right? I'm suspicious. Do I dump the
Cuz who
body?
knows you're there?
Exactly. Like if I'm a dominatrix, is this like is it because I know there's
They
different
they
ones. There's
probably had
different
to hit
ones
you
that
up.
are just like oh yeah, this is just my life. I got a partner, like let's do this. And then there's the people that like have clients. Because I know there's those people. They're taking clients to
Yes.
humiliate them, to put them in latex shit. If I'm assuming I'm being the
Yeah.
second one, if someone's dying on my shift, I assume I'm their
Yes.
client.
And my shift. Yeah.
So if that's the case, there's got to be a contract involved somehow. So I can't leave them. Dumping the body
But
is hard because, like, which one of their friends knows that they're doing this, if any of them? Legally, we're under a contract together, so can I dump your body without getting in trouble? It's probably, I
do
have to call some.
dominatrix have contracts though, like a paper contract? I feel
Yes, they
like if
do.
you're a dominatrix,
Well, you got to set
what?
out the clause, though. Because, like, not
What if
everyone
they're
likes
just
stuff,
like one? Yeah, but what if they're just like one of those dominatrix where they're just like, this is just my side job. I work at an office during the week or something,
I feel like
and
they
they're just
should still
like,
have
I have
contracts,
a few
though.
clients I met at bars, but I feel like some of them probably don't,
Some of them probably
right?
don't,
Some
but
of
if
them are
it was
like
me, I would
secret.
have contracts. Even if it's a secret, like, we gotta make it like, let's say little,
Is that
like,
legal to do?
adult, like, Thomas has a wife and kids. And this is just like, he's
Mm-hmm.
kinky. He needs this, you know? Like, I gotta have something saying that, like, I'm not forcing you, you know? Like, this is what you want. I feel like it'd be the right thing to have is a contract. Every
Yeah,
time I've watched YouTube videos with people like that in it, I feel like it's always like contract based or like they discuss it in some
yeah,
form with a paper. Because like I
yeah,
said, if Thomas wants to be put in a latex suit and whipped, I gotta say, like, I gotta have something that's saying I'm not forcing him to do this. Like, this is what he
yeah.
wanted, and I'm getting money for it.
That's
Because there are legal
yeah,
brothels.
but then it's
There
like
are legal
also
brothels, so I know you could do it legally. I just don't
yeah.
know how it's done
It's just
legally.
it's hard to say too because then like like if you're just a dominatrix, what if your client dies and then you call 911 and then they get there, they got to ask you all these questions, right? And then they're just like, are you a dominatrix or are you just a prostitute? Because that's like, that's not legal just to be a prostitute because
Yes,
you're
yeah,
getting paid for this. But like, how do we know that you weren't having sex? But like, he dies and he has a dildo up his ass. Like,
yeah.
is that sex?
I would
Because like
assume so.
would your thing even matter at that point? Would your contract even matter at that point?
Legal wise, maybe to get you out of trouble. Because, like, if you're the only one with them, and think about it, if it's a dominatrix thing, there's no cameras. We're just in a room full of this stuff, full of
Yeah.
toys, gadgets, tables,
And then is it
swings.
at your place or is it at their place?
Or do we have an
Then
office
that's
that
like
we go
another
to?
the dom office.
Yeah.
I
It's,
don't know.
I definitely think it'd be a hassle, but legally, I think calling the police would probably be the best option.
Yeah. Cuz I think I was watching something and or I heard it on a podcast. I don't know, but I was like, could you imagine somebody calling you and being like, "Hey, it's late at night, right? It's like it's 2 a.m. Your best friend's calling you, and they're just like, "Look, this dude fucking died. We gotta go dump his body."
I
Like
call you, I'm like
what?
Victoria, so I never told you I'm a dom. And we have this agreement. This person was over,
waking
he died.
waking up at two
I was
a.m.
shoving a dildo up his ass and he died. Not because of that, because I don't know. Could you imagine the like overwhelmingness that would go over you
I just woke
if
up
you just found
because
out I
like
had this
right,
whole
you're calling
secret
me
life?
at 2. First of all, I'm waking up because I'm like, "Whoa, why are they calling? It must be
Yeah,
something important, right?" I have to answer. And then you tell me that, and I'm just
100%.
like, now I'm just rethinking my whole life and relationship with you, and I'm just like, she's a dominatrix? What the fuck?
She's
This
that
dude's
tiny and
dead?
she's doing that?
I'm like,
You're
am
like,
I gonna go over here and she's just gonna be in a full dom suit? And I'm just like, hey,
You see me
I
like
would
leather pants, the leather boots, a leather corset top, and like some shit. And I'm like, all right, Victoria, we gotta bury this body. I'm just with two shovels.
I'm like, right? I'm just like, first of all, the makeup is slaying right now. Did you do it yourself? Oh my
And
god.
you're
Also,
like, are
you
you
killed
gonna
this
dominate me?
dude? That's the whole thing. The guy's not dead. It's just a cape for
No.
him.
Yeah, that's the whole cake.
Oh my god. And I'm like, I came over here in a panic and I was ready to bury a body with you. And now it's just like, wow, I'm in this. I'm in my pajamas. What is going
One's in
Oh my
PJs,
god.
one's
And then
just laid out.
it's just like
God.
30 minutes of that. And then you're like, okay, we leave. And you're like, here's $50. And I'm like, this is a little bit traumatic. Can we go out and have some food or something and talk? I wasn't expecting this.
In the whole outfit,
Yeah.
you and your PJs made
I
the outfit. That would be something.
that like we're going to like White Castle because that's the only thing that's open. I'm like, so how did this all happen? When did this start?
How long have you two known each other?
Why did I only get $50? I'm a little traumatized now. I thought he was dead.
I look at him and I'm like, you gotta give her 1,000 right there.
Right? The things with those are like, I don't know. It's the things that people are like into, like how you were saying, like that latex suit. Have you ever seen those? It's like a big rectangle, and a person like lays inside, and you
The little
close like the
vacuum
top,
ones.
and it like seals, and then it vacuums everywhere except for like their mouth.
Yeah, I that shit freaks me out, honestly. And like I've seen
How
someone in
did
like
you
a
get
full
into that?
latex suit, like in the vacuum like mask, and like I that just creeps me
Yeah.
out so much. I don't know what it is, but like again, how do you get out of it?
How do you get out of that? How did you get into that? Like, how did that become a like of yours?
How did you
Um,
know? Because there's one thing of like,
right? How'd you
okay,
know? How'd you find somebody?
you're exploring like, oh, okay, getting handcuffed to the bed, getting like put
Right.
into
Different
like I
things.
don't know, a cross or like getting tied up like that. Okay, that's practical. You see
Right.
that on TV, you can read it in books. How did you
Yeah.
see someone getting put in latex, vacuum sealed, and you're like, I gotta find somewhere to try that. That's just where I want to know, like, how did you
Damn.
find?
Yeah, you're just like, damn, I'm hard. I want that.
Yeah, like that looks nice.
What? Yeah, it's really interesting. Like I'd like to know, but I feel like a lot of things are like people are just like traumatized in some way,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, because
Cuz
when I tell
there's
people some things that I'm like, yeah, that I like this, and they're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm like, I don't know, like I didn't
right.
think anything was like
I'm
you
like,
asked
is it
me.
weird? You asked me. You start getting all loud. I'm out of here.
We listen and we
Yeah,
don't judge.
it's funny. Oh my god, those videos are so funny. I just, I don't know, but right, like there's things that like I'm into that I'm like people just would probably be like that's fucking weird, but it's not like I feel like I'm not like that weird like that where I'm like I want to be tied up in a garbage bag and spit on. It's just something I don't know. It's just different for everybody, I guess. But it's like I just really want to know what's going on in their heads that it's doing that. I think we've lost Bridget. Bridget. Let's see if she comes back. I'm gonna text her. Sometimes it does that where her internet will cut out or something, but it hasn't done that in a while, so it's pretty interesting that it did it now at the 1 hour mark. Bridget, Bridget, Bridget. Yeah, like I was telling her, I think that I found a video or something. I think Aaron was watching something like some kind of like detective show or something like that, and someone in there was like a dominatrix, and then I think like their client died, and they were like going to like hide the body, and I was like, that's wild. Who the fuck would do that? Okay. Bridget texted me back. She said, apparently my phone got too hot. She's gonna jump in a second. That's so random. Uh, Talking about phones being too hot. When I used to play Pokemon Go, I think like when it first came out, my phone was like not the best one at the time, and it used to like overheat so much, like to the point where I was like, it's so hot to hold in my hand because I used to have like HTC, and it was like all like a metal, it was heavy, and it would just get so hot. And then walking outside in the summer playing Pokemon Go, it's like this phone is on fire. It would hurt to like have it in my pocket. So I stopped playing Pokemon Go for a little while. Recently I actually just got it back, and I've been playing it. And let me tell you, there's so many Pokemon that are just like new that I've never heard of, and I feel like they get real lazy at times with like the Pokemon that they have. The other day, I think it was yesterday, I caught a Pokemon called a Why Not, and after I caught it, I was just like, somebody just drew this Pokemon and was just like, fucking why not, right? Why not? Why not? This could just be a Pokemon. Why not? And then they just named it that, and that's what happened. That's just what I think because it was just such a weird ass one. She's back.
Yo, what's up?
Hello. I was keeping everyone occupied. I was playing Pokemon Go. Is it gonna
Oh,
show?
hell yeah, that's
This
what's up.
weird ass
You
moon
still play
thing.
Pokemon Go? That's what's up.
Yeah, I actually just got back into it. And there's so many Pokemon that I'm like, what in the hell is even that?
Oh yeah.
That's a washing machine. Like, there's just so many that are just random. Okay, let me waste another Pokeball on this fucking moon so it could
Fuck
do
yeah.
nothing. Not your phone getting hot. That's how I got into it because I was telling them, I was like, my phone used to overheat like a bitch when I used to play Pokemon Go when it first came out because my phone at the
Yeah.
time was just like a piece of shit.
Yeah, I
And I
remember
was just
that.
like, what the fuck? Like it would get so hot that I was like, I cannot even hold it. It's too
Yeah, I'm
much.
like, why is
This
it
is a
getting so
safety
hot?
risk. Yeah.
And I don't
Yeah, I was like,
understand
I
why it got
cannot.
so hot because I'm like, this isn't the first time we've done this.
Yeah. Your phone was just like, oh my god, dominatrix.
Probably, honestly, shit.
Yeah. All right. Question. Do you know why you're named Bridget?
Um, I do. I'm not. I kind of forget. I know it's like a French woman that I'm named after, but I forget exactly who she is. I was told
Let's type up French. Hmm.
famous French people named Bridget.
Yes, that's exactly what I typed in. Oh, well, this is spelled differently. Bridget Bardot is
Yes,
a
her.
French film actress who became an international sex symbol in the 1950s and 60s.
Yeah,
Ooh, she
her.
was
It's
born to
her.
wealthy and bored. Yeah?
Yeah, because so
Wow,
when I
let's.
was when my mom wrote down my name, so she was So she was gonna have a C-section because my umbilical cord wrapped around my neck because they need to get me out of there as quick as possible. So they were putting her
No
on the drugs
way.
and everything that you do when you give someone the C-section. Well, I was
Yeah.
told last minute, the doctor somehow got the umbilical cord off my neck, or like something happened to where like it was off my neck and they were able to pop me out regularly. My poor mom, she was still on these fucking drugs and shit because they were getting her ready to cut her open. Um, and at the time, I was told that like they only trusted the mom with the name, which is weird to me because my dad
Hmm.
knew it was spelled wrong, but my mom couldn't remember because of all the shit they put her on to get the C-section ready, even though it didn't
Yeah.
happen. Yeah, so I was a little tough to
Wow.
come
So
out
your name was
apparently.
supposed to be.
It was supposed to be spelled the way hers
Wow.
is. Yeah, the French way.
Yeah. Brigitte. That's such a crazy
Yeah,
story.
there's not even like
Wow. I can't believe you
there's
almost
not a
didn't make
D
it
in
to
there,
this
is it?
world.
There's not a D in that name, is
No.
there? Yeah, there wouldn't have been one in mine either.
No.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. That's a sick ass story. That's cool. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I would have
Just shout
never
out to my
guessed.
mom
That's awesome.
for going through that.
Wow.
That's
Shout
probably
out to
horrible.
mom. Honestly, because your mom's little too.
Yeah, I couldn't
Oh, bless
imagine.
her. Oh my god.
Yeah.
We should get together one day and we'll put you like in a blonde wig, right? We'll do some photo shoots of this lady
Let me see.
and
Let me
we'll
see how
make
she looks.
them. Let's see. Let me see.
Okay, she's not too bad.
That, right?
And she looks cute. She looks adorable.
Yeah. Little updo.
Yeah, it's giving Sabrina
Let's give him
Carpenter.
Pam Anderson. Yeah. Oh my god, we could do one like this with you and your dog.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. She's looking a
I,
little rough now, but she was hot at one point.
hey, it was back then in
We
the
could do
80s.
one like this of you on the beach, but like do like a whole goth version. We could do her
Fuck yeah.
pictures, but like in a
Goth.
dark version.
In a
Yeah.
dominatrix version.
Yes. Yes. All right. That's happening. Um, I my parents had told me, they were like, the reason why you're named Victoria is because my mom was like, I liked those queen sounding names like Elizabeth, Victoria, like
Yeah.
whatever. And I was just like, okay, but she's like, the reason why we didn't name you Elizabeth because Elizabeth was going to be your name was because your dad, his ex-wife or his ex before her name was Elizabeth. And I was like, okay,
He
so I'm Victoria. Mm-hmm.
I feel like Victoria fits better than Elizabeth. Could you imagine if you were in Elizabeth? Like
That's funny because like when I
would
was
you be
younger,
Elizabeth or would you be Liz or Beth? Or Izzy?
I think I'd have to go for the whole Elizabeth.
Yeah.
I don't like Izzy. Izzy is
Izzy sounds
it's just
disgusting.
giving, it's giving Izzy. Like it's giving like she's annoying.
It's
Izzy.
giving white bitch
Yeah.
vibes.
Um it's giving she's crazy and has a gap. Izzy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird. But I was like I didn't know that whole thing about me originally about to be named Elizabeth until like I started like finding out different people's names and finding out and hearing all these different names and stuff. I was as I was getting a little bit older and I was like, ooh, Elizabeth. I really like the name Elizabeth. I think it's so pretty. And then my mom told me that story. I was like, that's kind of a toxic story to tell me, but okay.
Yeah.
I was
It's
just
like
like,
so she still holds the grudge.
cool.
She's like, actually, we
Yeah.
need to stop. And
Actually,
then she gives you
yeah,
that
she
one
was like, I
eye and then
really like
turns.
that name. I'm like, I don't know what's happening now. Yeah. So it was just kind of like a weird thing. Um, I was like, I don't know. I feel like my whole fucking name's too long because like I got those hyphenated last names.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm over it.
And it's not
But
like that they're short names, right? It's you got two
they're
long names.
long.
Our last name is like
I
7 letters.
Yeah, I think that in my
10.
entire
10.
name
It's
first,
10 letters.
all
Our
yeah.
last name is
I
10
think
fucking
all the
letters.
way to like my last name, I think I have 34 letters in my whole name.
That's too, that's a
Isn't
lot.
that more than the fucking alphabet? Isn't there 26 in the alphabet?
I think so, yeah. Damn. Our last
That's too
name's half
much.
of it,
Does the
shit.
hyphen count? I don't even know if I counted that.
Probably not, but at that point it's taking up a space.
Might as well. Yeah.
If you add Aaron's
It's
name to
just
that, Jesus Christ.
oh my god. How would they even put that on something? Could you do that? How many hyphens can you have in your name?
I think you can just hyphen it to whenever it's your name.
Um
Because isn't
double
Aaron's
barreled
like a two
name.
name? Aaron's is a two name. Like,
It is a two name, but it's not hyphened.
it's just together, kind of.
It's like the first one, it's a space, and then
Yeah.
his last
It's
one.
together,
But
but
it's
like it's
like
not
really
different.
short.
It just goes together. Yeah.
Yeah, like that is the last name. The last name is naturally spaced like that, but like
Yeah.
mine are just like this last name and this
This
last name
last name. Yeah.
together. But
And then you'd have that one at the
yeah,
back, which would be crazy.
that would be too much. Definitely if I'm changing my last name, I'm cutting that shit off. Like that's too
Which one are
much of a
you
last
cutting off
name.
though? Which
Like
one?
both. Both of them are
Both.
coming off right the fuck
You're
off.
not associating with that
Yeah.
anymore.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm ready to get out of there. There's like there's no way. Sometimes I'm like, are you able to change your middle name? Like if you're and let's just say if you got married, right? And you're like, oh, I want to change my last name. That's fine. Are you able because we're already in it and I'm changing a name? Am I able to change that middle name too?
I would assume so, because you can legally change your name.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, I would assume you can change everything. But
I
like
changed my
that's
name
got to
to
be
Elizabeth.
horrible because like you what need a new SS, right? Or you would need new everything.
Yeah.
You even need a
Yeah.
new license
Right?
because you're not you anymore.
Yeah. It would just be wild. But I wonder if you can change the middle name. I wonder if some people just do that.
I would assume so.
If I had to change my middle name, what would my middle name be? Hmm.
Mhm.
Hmm. I don't even know.
No, because like I don't
Like if I
like
had
my
to do
middle name, but I don't hate it either, you know?
yeah. But like if you had to change it, they're like you're no longer able to have the middle name. You have to change it. I don't even know. It would have to be it would be something so random. Like I'd put like
Yeah,
Valentine and then it would just be
I don't
like
think it would be an actual name. It'd be some like adjective or something like pizza, you know? Like
right, cookie.
that bitch. Like
Victoria baby last name. Because I'm
yeah,
technically baby. Yeah.
exactly.
It would have to be something right. It wouldn't just be like Victoria Marie. It would
Yeah.
have to be something like way more. Oh, so like speaking of middle names, my mom, when she was born, did not have a middle name, right? She was just
Okay.
like her name, her last name. And when she went to church and did like that whole first communion kind of classes in church and did like all like the thing and then like, you know, graduated and did whatever in the church, they pick a middle name.
Oh.
And she picked a middle name and now she says she is this and her last name. But like I don't think that that's legally anything.
No, unless it's on her birth certificate or like her license. Have you ever seen her license?
Yeah, it just says her first and last name,
Yeah, so legally she doesn't have a middle name, but to the Lord she has a middle name.
right?
That's so weird.
To the Lord. Isn't it? Also, how in the fuck would that work for me if I did that? I already have a middle name. Am I gonna have a hyphened middle name?
Two
Because it
middle
would be
names?
Victoria, Alejandra, whatever that middle name would be, and then my last name.
Yeah.
I'd have two hyphens in my name.
That's a
I don't
lot.
know.
A true Mexican name.
That's a lot, right?
That's a
That's
lot.
too much. Why do Mexicans do that?
It's too much. Have you ever heard Akon's real name? Actually, he has a long ass real name. Yeah, look at Akon's
Let me see.
actual fucking name.
Aluane, Damala, Boga, Time, Peru, Nakalulu, Badara, Akon, Time. Okay. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Let's see. Is there someone doing a pronunciation on that?
I think I've watched a video of him pronounce it in an interview.
Let's see. Let me see if this is a video.
Is Akon's full name? Hold on. Go ahead. Because I'm looking at it. Yes. Okay. Aliyunda malabaga time puru nakalulu badara Akoncha. Break it down. Already.
Did you hear that? What the fuck? He says that so fast.
Aliyunda malabaga time puru nakalulu badara Akoncha. Break it down. Already. Now.
Holy shit. That's how I feel saying my whole name. Yeah, honestly. Okay. Well, next one. Uh where is the weirdest place, like where are the weirdest places that you've smoked or that people have taken you to smoke? Because it's like a thing that people do where they're like, let's go smoke. And it's like, you're not thinking about it because you're like, oh, cool, we're probably just going to smoke like on a bench or do this or that. And it's some weird shit. Like, what? It was with me. Yeah. It always is, right? I had this one girl, I used to work with her, and she was like, let's go smoke. So we went to her house. First of all, she lived in a fucking mansion. And I was like, are you just working for fun? Because it was crazy huge in there. Like, they had a full size piano, they had a basement, there was like 7 rooms, there was a middle part of the house that had extra rooms. There was a huge backyard, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. Where are we gonna smoke? I was like, we're probably gonna smoke at her house, right? So we drove off to the fucking forest preserve thing. We start walking into the woods on the trail, and then she's like, oh, come over here. Starts taking me off of the trail, and I'm like, it's getting a little dark because there's so many trees. Sun's not really coming through, and we start walking. We go over like this little stream looking thing that there's like just enough room to step over it, and then we get to like this little almost like island looking thing in the middle of the forest, but we don't see the trail anymore. And then there's like some water over here, there's this and that, and she just like pulls out a little bowl and we just start smoking, and I was like, what the fuck? And I'm in the woods and I'm like, it's crazy. I've never hung out with her before, and we're doing this. And then this little bug that's like really fluffy. Yeah, this little bug that's like really fluffy and white starts floating around. She's like, "Look, a fairy." And I was like, "What?" And like she like puts her hand out, and it just like and it lands on her finger, and then just like crawls on her hand and just sitting there. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I was like, I gotta take a picture of this. And I took a picture and I was just like, where are we at right now? It was the weirdest thing. Yeah. And right. It was like a weird magical kind of moment, but it was like, you come out here to smoke? Yeah. How did you find out about this place? Because I'm getting high in the woods. I'm not gonna step off the trail because now I'm I'm out of my mind, right? I'm not there fully. I'm not gonna know. Yeah, because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get back. Yeah, we've all seen the documentaries. You don't come back. Yeah, but I'm like me alone. No, I don't trust myself. My phone's not at 100. I can't make it. There's no signal. No. I don't even have a I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know how I got here. My GPS doesn't work. Like I can't do anything. It was really interesting. I'm like, what the hell? Let's see, another place where I've smoked before. Yeah, definitely the boat when we went to the church together and we crawled inside the playhouse boat and smoked in there. That was interesting because it was hella dark. I was dead that night. Um I've smoked at like people's houses before and it was like weird situations. But like I feel like the craziest one that I've went to was that chick when she took me into the woods cuz I was like what is this? I didn't think that that was like a real thing and I was like people do just take you into weird spots. Why are we here? What are we doing? Yeah, but I was like I don't even know how you got here. It's interesting. But I couldn't even tell you where it was now. I know like the area, but I'm like, how the fuck? I try to go find it and never come back. I'm definitely not. And then I'm not taking a friend because like they're stupid too. We're getting lost in there. All right. I think I know the woods. I think I know it. It's like in some like kind of okay. Then we'll be back in a few minutes. Yes. We're in this general area. I need you to come find me if I don't come back within this long or if you haven't gotten a text from me. But I have to bring a knife because, like, if not, I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna encounter. I know we don't have bears, but I'm like, what if we encounter a bear? What if Bigfoot is just randomly out there? We never know. What if a coyote's out there? It could eat us. What if I die? And are we smoking out there once we get to the spot? are we? Are we? Are we? Are we yeah, we have to go on a day when it's like almost gonna start raining a little bit, but like it hasn't. It's a little bit dark. Uh, yeah, but I feel like that was probably one of the weirdest spots that I've ever gone to and smoked. Cause like with anyone else, I'm like, I would not go in the woods with you. Weird. Unless we're like walking. I'm not gonna go off into the woods. But I was just like, it's just me and her. I was like, I don't think she's gonna kill me. I risked it. But we made it. Uh do you know what kind of a dessert you would be if you were to be a dessert? Okay. Yeah, was it the little square ones? The ones that are like perfectly layered and they're just like light and fluffy? Yeah, everything about them it just looks perfect. Yeah, it's like a fancy little package. It's got some gold on it. It looks like it's not supposed to be eaten. Yeah, it's cute. Ooh. I I don't like I would want to believe that it would be something that would be like really strawberry and really pretty or something like that, but I think I'd just be like a chocolate chip cookie. Like a gooey chocolate chip cookie, not one that's real thick, but one that's just like a decent enough cookie density and it's just got like you break it apart and the chips are gooey. I think I would be a chocolate chip cookie. Yeah. I think that's what I would have to go to. But I'm like, I don't know. I'd want to be something with like strawberry drizzle or something on it, but I'm like, I don't know because I feel like I would need to be something that I gravitate towards, and that's a cookie. Yeah, yeah. Is it cold or is it room temperature? What is the temperature of your dessert? A room temperature. A room temperature strawberry cake. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, it's hard to say. And like for like a food, if I had to be a food, hmm, I'd like to build cheese pizza. Are you a thick cheese pizza? Or you have a stuffed crust? What kind of a cheese pizza are you? I think I would be a I'd be a big slice of sausage pizza, but the sausages would have like little fennel seeds inside of them. A little bit of a flavor kick in there. That's what kind of pizza I'd be. But like this slice of pizza is so good that you still want to eat the crust because there's a little bit of a parmesan flake on it. Yeah. Yeah, but it's not too fluffy that it's like it's all dough. It's a good mix of everything. I think that's the kind of pizza it would be. But yeah, these are all the questions I had. I've been like writing down random questions because like I was just like I don't know. I just come up with things and I'm like I gotta ask that. Like sometimes they feel like stupid questions, but I'm like I just gotta know. These questions are out there. Yeah, I was thinking. I was just like do I want to call the cops? But like, I kind of have to. Also, man, now they're gonna see me in this outfit. I gotta give them my ID, and then you know they're gonna go home and talk about you. Ugh, yeah. But I gotta like fix my makeup. I gotta make sure like I look really nice. I gotta prepare myself for this. Yeah. Am I gonna get taken to the station? Am I gonna have to? Am I gonna have to sit in my leather outfit all night and answer questions about this guy? Am I gonna have to give the names of my other clients? It's gonna be like if I change, I have to take a shower. I'm sweating underneath this. Yeah, it's I'm and now I'm panic sweating. I cannot. Do you guys have any Pantene? Like, I need to take a full shower. Do you guys have like a diffuser for my hair? Yeah. My contacts are dry. I need to take off my makeup. Do you have a makeup remover wipe? Like, I'm not ready for any of it. Then they're gonna go through your whole bag, right? Can we just get this guy out of here? I gotta go. Yeah, it would just be too much, and like, I just have to ask, and it just feels like if I ask you these questions, I'm like, we're gonna have a good little conversation about it. You're gonna understand. You're gonna know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm choking the fuck out of you. I'm stepping on your face like immediately. What do you want? $1,000? I don't have to work this week, whether you like it or not. Yeah, I'm scared. Yeah. Look, I just kind of want the money. So like, let's hurry up and do this. Do you want me to make you cry or what? Because I'll be mean to you. Yeah. Right. I'm like, are you into financial domination? I'll take your whole credit card and spend it on Amazon. I need you to take a loan out now. Right? Yeah. But yeah, I was just like, these are some questions I have to ask. But thanks for hanging out with me. It was really nice. And we'll see Bridget on another episode. Yeah. All right. Bye.